been your most memorable experience so far? Or like, what excites you now, I should say, with you going from a network engineer to CSO Tenable? So far.
What excites me now? syslog. I'm really excited by.
Again.
I'm really excited by system logging. No, I think I'm fascinated, and I really can't wait to see how the whole issue around Snowden's disclosures sorts itself out, because that's going to raise, it raises huge public policy issues, and it raises huge system integrity issues, and I think most of the security practitioners are focused on the public policy issues, but nobody's really talking about what does it mean for software reliability when you have governments building back doors into everyone's critical infrastructure. And who's liable? That's a really interesting question. What happens if some hospital's computer gets crashed by some backdoor code that some government agency implanted in there, and someone gets killed as a result? We can't allow government to do the kind of things that we put people in prison for doing when we catch them outside of a government context. And that's a huge, very important question, and that's actually a question that I think ISSA should be asking its members to align themselves around. Do you want to be part of the computer security gravy train and support that kind of activity, or do you want to be part of the computer security defenders and try to defend against that kind of activity? And I've always stated very clearly and decisively that I think my job as a security practitioner is to defend systems. I don't care whose systems they are. I'll defend them against anyone who's attacking them in any way, because my responsibility, that's the only really moral position you can take. My responsibility is to keep bad guys out of systems. And then I don't have to worry about, is this justified under this particular situation or this particular treaty. And I think that's something that a lot of security practitioners should be trying to figure out how to align themselves on.
Where do you see yourself in the future, like 5 years from now or even further out? Do you still see yourself as a security professional?
Well, 5 years from now, I think I'm probably going to be still working at Tenable, still trying to guide our security technology and our practices, and I'm probably still going to be running around at the industry yelling and saying, hey, design it first, then code it, that kind of basic stuff. And my view of security is a little bit bleak. I think we're continuously reinventing the same kinds of mistakes over and over and over again. And if I can kind of shorten the time that it takes for people to realize that such and such is a bad idea, then I've accomplished something. I think ISSA is very important. I have a Lifetime Achievement Award from ISSA, and I'm a Distinguished Fellow. And so ISSA has been very generous about recognizing that I've said some smart stuff. And my involvement with ISSA has always been very positive. I think it's critical to have an industry advocacy group that is trying to get people to mature and professionalize our field, and ISSA is a strong voice for that. And I've always made a point, if the ISSA chapter if the ISSA chapter in Bangor, Maine, if there is one, decides to invite me to come give a talk, yes, I will get myself to Bangor, Maine somehow, and I will try to say something intelligent. So I think that's part of the give and take in the industry. We need strong voices, and we need organized voices, and trying to put that together is a very important role.
Well, thanks so much.
Sure. Always a pleasure.